What if, overnight, all the mosquitoes on Earth suddenly disappeared? What kind of world would we be living in? On the very first day without mosquitoes, people barely noticed they went about life as usual. Everything seemed to function normally. But that familiar, annoying buzzing sound in our ears was suddenly gone. On the second day without mosquitoes, someone shared their discovery online. At first, no one believed it, but soon it triggered a ripple effect. The disappearance of mosquitoes became a hot topic. By the third day, after enough online discussion and confirmation, people finally realized mosquitoes were truly gone. The whole world heard the news, and heated debates began. After 1 week without mosquitoes, animals that relied on them as food were forced to struggle searching for alternatives. Their survival pressure spiked, and some even faced the risk of extinction. After 1 month, water ecosystems started showing signs of crisis. Normally, mosquito larvae feed on bacteria and algae in the water, helping to keep the water clean. Without them, the balance began to collapse, leading to a chain of reactions. After 3 months, human health showed a big improvement. Diseases spread by mosquitoes, like malaria and dengue fever, dropped dramatically. But at the same time, companies relying on mosquito repellent products took a huge hit. Many shutting down. Unemployment started rising. After half a year, ecological impacts became clearer. Certain plants that depended solely on mosquitoes for pollination began to die out. Although most insect-eating animals managed to find alternatives, a few species still went extinct. After 1 full year without mosquitoes, what started as an imbalance in aquatic ecosystems soon spread further. The disruption began reaching broader land ecosystems. Food chains broke apart, and biodiversity suffered serious damage. Nations were forced to invest heavily in ecological intervention and restoration efforts. After 10 years without mosquitoes, after a long period of adjustment, ecosystems slowly found a new balance. Humanity adapted to a world without mosquitoes, and life became stable again. August 20th is World Mosquito Day. Despite its name, it's not meant to celebrate mosquitoes. Instead, it's a reminder to raise awareness about malaria and other mosquito-borne diseases. According to the World Health Organization, mosquitoes spread malaria, dengue, and more than 80 other diseases each year. Every year, around 725,000 people die from mosquito-borne illnesses. In fact, in 2022 alone, malaria caused 608,000 deaths. The economic losses it brings reach tens of billions of dollars annually. Now, imagine this: if all 3,600 species of mosquitoes vanished overnight. No more buzzing, no more itchy red bites, and mosquito-borne diseases would plummet. That would save over 700,000 lives every year. Sounds like getting rid of mosquitoes would be all gain and no loss, right? And with today's technology, eradicating mosquitoes isn't really that hard. So why don't humans just wipe them out? The truth is, this question is far more complicated than it seems. While mosquitoes are dangerous to humans, in the larger ecosystem, their role goes beyond just being bloodsuckers. Mosquitoes are actually an ancient species that has survived for about 200 million years. There are over 3,600 mosquito species worldwide, but the ones that feed on human blood and spread disease make up only a tiny fraction, around 6%. The vast majority of mosquitoes feed on nectar and plant juices. While searching for food, mosquitoes, like bees, also act as important pollinators in certain unique ecosystems, like the Arctic. Some plants depend entirely on mosquitoes to spread their pollen. Reindeer, constantly bitten by swarms of mosquitoes, are often driven to migrate frantically. The cold-resistant Arctic mosquitoes exist in huge numbers. A reindeer can lose nearly a liter of blood in a week. This keeps their population growth under control, maintaining balance at a relatively stable level. If mosquitoes disappeared, reindeer populations would explode. They would overgraze without restraint, causing devastating damage to the tundra ecosystem. And because mosquito numbers are so massive, to wipe them out completely would take enormous amounts of money and time. No one would willingly take on such a losing bargain. Beyond that, we simply can't predict all the chain reactions mosquito extinction might cause. The complexity of ecosystems is beyond imagination. Even the smallest change could trigger unexpected, frightening consequences. Still, humanity isn't letting mosquitoes off the hook. Scientists are now studying the use of Wolbachia bacteria to control mosquito populations. By infecting mosquitoes with this bacteria, they can no longer reproduce after mating, reducing their numbers over time. This method both controls their threat and minimizes harm to the ecosystem. Mosquitoes are like a cruel riddle of nature, bringing death and disease, yet maintaining a delicate ecological balance, caught between human health and nature's rules. What we need isn't simple eradication, but a wise solution. This survival game that's lasted 200 million years is far from reaching its end.